You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
Guys, let's talk about former NBA great Dwyane Wade. Dwyane Wade, going to the Hall of Fame, played for the Miami Heat for the most part. He was a great player. But the last few years, guys, Dwyane Wade really makes me scratch my head with some of his decision making. Now, when it comes to his parental skills, he has kind of been under fire for the way he's actually raising his son. Now, his son, very, very young, wants to identify as a girl. And Dwyane Wade has been raising his son as a girl. His son has been out there with Gabrielle Union, taking all these pictures. And you know what's interesting, folks? Dwyane Wade has other kids, but when it comes to the media, they don't cover any of his other kids. I find it interesting. You know the reason why. Well, guys, we talked about the WNBA one day probably having a transgender play in the WNBA. I'm talking about a biological man. And Dwyane Wade, he has a son, so his son definitely will have the genetics to play in the WNBA, but I'm not sure if his son actually has any interest in playing in the WNBA. But here's the thing, guys. In order to play in the WNBA, you have to be a biological woman, or at least identify as a woman. I guess it's a safer term. Dwyane Wade just took a big major step now in possibly one day his son playing in the WNBA. Check this out, guys. Former NBA star Dwyane Wade vows to change name and gender of his son. Now, his son was born Zion and has been going by the name of Zaya for the last few years or so. You can see a picture right there of his son. And now he's officially on paper going to change all of that. It says former NBA star Dwyane Wade on Thursday filed to change the name and gender of his teenage son, a move that coincides with the ongoing societal pressure from the radical left to affirm a child's chosen gender. Wade is asking to change his 15-year-old son's name from Zion to Zaya and change the boy's sex from male to female. The boy's full name will now be Zaya Malachi Aramis Wade. Hopefully I actually did pronounce all that correct. Now, I don't believe that his son has actually been on any type of puberty blockers. I don't think so. I'm wondering now if that's going to start to change. Wade and his wife, Gabrielle Union, have not kept their son's transition a secret, as the young boy even had a one-on-one chat with former First Lady Michelle Obama. Quote, "When I look at Zaya, I get hope," Wade said at the time, explaining that they raised their children to be, quote, authentic. Well, let's be real. If you're going to be authentic, you have a biological male son. You do, if you want to be authentic, Dwyane Wade. The NBC All-Star claims his son came out as transgender at the age of 8. But he said during an appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show that his son wanted to have a talk about a name change at the age of 12. Now, they don't mention this here in this article here, but if I'm not mistaken, I do believe his son identified as gay first. But then we actually see that his son actually was in a relationship with a biological female. But this biological female identified as male. So go figure with that. Okay. Quote, "We're just trying to figure out as much information as we can to make sure we give our child the best opportunity to be her best self," he said. "We take our roles and responsibilities as parents very seriously. So when our child comes home with a question, when our child comes home with an issue, when our child comes home with anything, it's our job as parents to listen to that, to give them the best information we can, the best feedback that we can. And that doesn't change now that sexuality and gender is involved, Wade said, celebrating his son's formal coming out in an Instagram post in 2020. So that's when it was. I'm not going to read the rest of this, guys. What is the possibility, though, that his son now will one day be in the WNBA? Now, let's be real about it. His son, and lots of sons actually like to follow in the footsteps of their parents. And in this case, Dwyane Wade probably definitely did pass down the genes to be a successful basketball player to his biological son, even though his son now wants to identify as a woman. Will the woke WNBA one day say, hey, we welcome you with open arms if that's what his son actually wants to do for his future? It's going to be interesting, folks, because chances are his kid is going to continue to grow, going to go through a massive growth spurt. I don't know if he's actually going to put his kid on any type of hormone suppression or anything like that. But, today, all you got to do is just say, hey, I'm a girl. Then to the left, you're a girl. So I don't know if he's going to do any of that that hormone changing stuff or whatever it is, the chemical stuff that's probably pretty dangerous. So I'm wondering, WNBA, is there a future for one Dwyane Wade in the WNBA? Will the woke WNBA actually open their arms to this quote unquote female? I'm interested in that. I know we're a long way away from that. Not sure if the kid actually plays basketball, but I'm pretty sure that Dwyane Wade, being a basketball player, has actually played basketball with his kids. Maybe they like it, maybe they don't. But this could actually end up setting up the stage for the first biological male to actually play in the WNBA. And I'm assuming that the WNBA probably has roughly the same rules as far as the NBA goes as to when you can actually get drafted. So maybe like in 7 years, there could be a possibility. Just throwing it out there. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.